Before I start this video, I'll just give you a quick word of warning. This is going to be straight up unfiltered man-to-man talk. So if you get uncomfortable with someone being direct and explicit, then this video is not for you. But if you choose to watch it, by the end, you'll have a pretty good idea of where you actually want to live in the future within 3 or 4 years' time. So I've spent pretty much my whole life, obviously, jumping back and forth from an Eastern country and a Western country. And it's, all I can say is it's a different universe. If you ever had this experience, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's not even 1% the same. Feels like you just got dropped in a different universe almost, right? And I came back here recently. I'm in a Central Asian country, fully Muslim, fully conservative. The first difference I always notice is when I go outside, it's only men, like groups of masculine men hanging out, and they're wearing all black hats, kind of like Peaky Blinders if you ever watched that show. Like I can literally look outside my window and it's 2 a.m. and I'll see like 2 or 3 groups of like men dressed in black just talking for no reason. Like they're just outside a store and they're like eating like seeds and they're talking about life and philosophy and stuff. In the West, when was the last time you've seen anything like that? It's almost non-existent. If you see a group of men hanging out, 9 times out of 10, it's either a group of teenagers that came out of school or they're just like crackheads, like just really weird people. And the automatic assumption is that there's something weird going on. Like when you see imagine you see like a group, like 6 or 7 like men in their 30s or 40s just hanging out together. You automatically think it must be like a gang or bikers or something, right? And it's mostly like women outside. Like if in the West, if you look in the cars of the people driving past, I've noticed that there's more women driving than men. Like that's what I see. It might be different for you, but that's what I see. And in general, whenever I see a group of people, it's always women. And they were dressed in really vibrant colors. Like one of them is wearing pink, one of them is wearing like blue. It's like sparkles, like long hair, blue hair, a lot of skin being shown. It's like a whole chaotic place basically. And you see ads on billboards of women like in their underwear, like laying in the beach and stuff, right? So you've got 2 very different worlds going on. In here, I don't see any of that. Just very few women, and the ones that I hear are wearing hijabs. They're like, you barely see them, they just sneak through. And after like 9 p.m, there's no women left outside. A bunch of feminists are gonna get mad at me for this one, so I'm waiting for you guys. I think I'm not gonna reveal which one I prefer, but you're probably already getting an idea. It's only men. Like it's super rare for you to see like a woman driving a car. Like you see it and it's like, whoa, that's unusual. It's just men. Now, when I say these things, a lot of you pussies will be like, oh, that sounds like such a gay environment. Ha ha ha. Do they end up marrying each other as well? Shut the hell up, bro. You have such low testosterone if those were your first thoughts. But I want you to give me some honesty now. No BS. Where would you prefer to live? In a place like this where it's like everything is black and white, men everywhere, very few women, not many ads, and if there's ads, it's just normal things. Or would you want to be in a place where it's like music everywhere, there's like a party going on here, there's like a bar here with a bunch of little group of men and women free mixing. It's like billboards of Calvin Klein underwear with women and men with their muscles and everything. Which one would you prefer? If everybody who answered this was honest, about 80% of men, from my experience, would actually say the other option, the Western one, with women. I noticed because I know dozens of men here in a Muslim country who have a full dream of going to the West just to experience that life, just to free mix, just to be in a group of like men and women and try to pick them up and drink and with music and stuff. Just lose your mind, right? Like that's their dream. And for most of them, it's basically just about women. Like they want to lose their mind, get drunk, so it's easy to pick up women, and the women are drunk as well. They're like, oh, I'll be able to, take advantage of them. Not like in that way, but like, make them sleep with me somehow. Those are the thoughts of a majority of men who want to go to the West for their lifestyle. And you'd be surprised how common this is. Because instinctively, we want that life. We want that like vibrant, like overstimulating life, right? And there's so many options for women, and women are way more likely to talk to you as well. Good luck trying to talk to a woman here, bro. Like, they're just gonna like, what the hell? They're just gonna run away, bro. So where would you want to live? A dream life for average Abdul is exactly what I described. Partying with women wearing revealing clothes and trying to pick them up, and maybe having some success once in a while with music and drinking and 3 a.m. food trips and stuff. If you're being honest, you probably want that. Like, part of you probably wants that as a Muslim man who's been repressed his whole life. I'm just gonna say it as it is. My dreams are very different because I've lived in the West, bro. I've experienced all that, trust me. And I can tell you 100% certainty, I know exactly what I want in life after experiencing both worlds. I want to hang out with a bunch of based Muslim masculine men. Like a group of 5 or 6 guys who are really similar to me, who don't take any like liberal BS, who don't hold anything back like a majority of you guys. I want to meet up with them, go to training, go to wrestling, go out and eat some really strong, like healthy, meaty man type food with together with my friends at a restaurant. And then I want to go to the mosque and pray all together, and then go home and hang out with my wife. The funny thing is, I still experience all those things that you're dreaming of. You're dreaming of feeling the feminine women around you and revealing clothes and stuff. I get to experience all that too, but with my wife, in the privacy of my mansion. That's my dream life. In the country that I'm in, this is really easy to do. Like when I went out before, I just saw like a really good restaurant. It was like really good price and really healthy meat with free like unlimited tea and stuff. And I thought it was such a cool place. I posted on my Instagram. I was hanging out there with some of my cousins. We were like playing cards and eating and drinking tea at like 3 a.m. That was really fun, bro. But without going off topic, there was that restaurant, and next to it was like a boxing gym. I think they had wrestling there as well. And right next to it was like a massive mosque. And I sat there looking at those things, and I was like, this is literally like all I need in this life, bro. If I lived here and I came here every day, I wouldn't need anything else in life. That would be like, some of you guys won't even be able to relate to this. You're gonna think, oh, that just sounds like a normal, doesn't sound like anything fun to me. And that's because you probably haven't been to that other extreme, and you've experienced the bad lifestyle. So you don't know like how fulfilling this life can be. Honestly, this also can apply to the type of women you're into. A lot of men are, if they're honest, they're into like really messed up women, like toxic, like chaotic women, because they think that's going to be stimulating, it's going to be fun for them. But if you're a man who's already had chaos in his life, who's already fought in front of like 100 people and won fights and almost passed out and then managed to get out of the choke and sleep the other person, you're not going to want any more chaos in your life. You're going to want to just chill and just have order. And this is why this country is the way it is, because it's had like hundreds and hundreds of years of war. And by the last statistics, this is probably the country that experienced like possibly the most amount of war in history. So now they're like, okay, we just want peace, we just want order. And even women are like, all right, let's just have some order, I'm sick of chaos. And that's why it's become such an orderly place. Now, I understand why people are in the West, because I live in the West myself. This might be in your mind right now, like, well, if everything is the way you described, then why would I not move to a Muslim country as a Muslim man? And honestly, I wouldn't recommend that just yet, because you need some sort of income. the West allows you to use who you are, like your unique structure and your unique talents, to create income and create a career. You just don't get that in Muslim countries. Like the West did this really, really well. They acknowledged the individuality of humans. And they basically made a system where someone like me, with the most random talents, can work in sales, can go and train and teach MMA, and then he can come here and make these videos. Like that doesn't often happen in a Muslim country. Like you're really limited to what you do. Like if you want to be chemist, then you just be a chemist your whole life. You can't like create your own reality. You'll start to understand this when you go out and start to work a job, if you don't do it already. So I mean, if you've chosen what I've chose as far as the life you want to live, you might be thinking, well, what are the steps I can take to move towards that? I would say do everything you can to find a remote job. I work a remote sales job, so it's a lot easier for me. Try to invest in real estate without riba. Try to purchase apartments outright in a Muslim country. You'd probably be able to purchase something for like 30 or 40,000 in most countries. You'd be surprised. And on top of that, you need to become really masculine. Because as it is right now, if you go to a country like this, they probably think you're a pussy. You'll probably get a ran all over because everybody's like, oh, well, who is this wimp? Like, they just be able to feel your energy. You don't have enough testosterone for them. So become a man, develop charisma, and get a consistent source of income. If you need any help with any of those, you got my email link in the description. You can send me any questions. If you want to go on a consultation, just let me know and I'll tell you what I can do for you. If you haven't done your prayer yet, go do it right now, inshallah.